someone new waltzing into your life. Remember, this is a general reading, so it may just be that part of this message is for you. Take what resonates, but this is either a brand new friend, a very close friend, someone you can trust, or this is a new romantic partner. I do feel like it's probably, for the majority of you, more of a new romantic partner, but again, take it how it resonates. I see you with that Three of Cups going to an event. Maybe it's a birthday party, maybe it's a anniversary, maybe it's a wedding that you're going to, but you are meeting someone new, and I don't feel like you are expecting to. And it starts this new chapter of joy and prosperity for you. So I'm very excited for you. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. You can find it in the description box if I said that too quickly. And you can also find out how to get access to more content as a member. The link for that is in the description box, as is the link to my Etsy shop if you are interested in a homemade soy candle. All right, let's dive in, and we'll start with the Under the Oak Tarot. What else do we have about this new person? What else do we have? Hello, James. How are you doing today? We have the Sun, the Two of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. So it looks as though you are about to make a decision, or you have just recently made a decision about where you want to invest your time or your energy. For many of you, this means you may have ended a friendship or chosen to, follow a different career path, or maybe even move elsewhere. But there's been a little bit more than you would have anticipated. And there's some happy, because that's the happiest card in the deck, the Sun. There's some happy energy right around the corner for you. I feel like you're waiting for it. Like, okay, I've done all the work. Do I get some sort of reward now? I've done what I needed to do. What do I get to enjoy now? It's right around the corner. Ten of Swords in the reverse. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Page of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. So this reading is for somebody who has felt like they had to reassess who they could trust and recover from basically realizing that there were some people here that did not deserve to be in your life, or some people that maybe needed to be put on the back burner. So there's been restructuring. There's been a sense of transition for you into a new chapter. And now the universe is like, okay, good. You made the right choice. So it's time for that to be rewarded. You held up your end of the bargain. You created some boundaries here, or you showed the level of respect you have for yourself. And as such, we want to reward you with this emotionally mature individual. This King of Cups does not need to be a man, but the King of Cups is a wonderful energy indicative of somebody who understands how they feel, how to process those emotions, and how to approach others. Let's continue with the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. What else do we have? The Hierophant, the Devil in the reverse, and the Seven of Swords. Your willingness to make changes in your life and walk away from someone that cannot be trusted is enabling you to level up in terms of your social community, whether that means you're going to be making friends that are much more understanding of your path, or find someone that you get into a long-term relationship with. It could even be both for some of you. It is because of your willingness to no longer deal with people that play in your face or lie about their intentions. You're coming through with this King of Wands energy, someone who's willing to go carve out a new existence or make changes where necessary. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Cups in the reverse. We just had that. And the Ten of Swords. There are people who are frustrated with you right now, and I think you know that. There are people who want to know why you felt the need to start a new chapter, or why you walked away, why you have not got maybe the same level of dependency on them or your previous situation. But you needed to walk away from that in order to get the new beginning. This is the Blood Moon Tarot. What else do we have, please? The World and the Chariot. Yes, there are things moving forward for you. Hello, Michael. It's a different perspective than you had before, either because you have literally moved or you've made significant changes to the circles in which you run or the people that you are connected to. And the universe is shifting in your favor to basically reinforce your willingness to make those changes. Seven of Honey, wow, which is a Seven of Pentacles. And then we also have the Fool clarifying the Fool, but this new one is in the reverse. There were people that were blocking you. There were friends or maybe even family members or a romantic partner. Their negative energy was blocking you from the good things that you are meant to have in your life. Probably because you were dealing with at least one person who didn't want to work on themselves and wanted you to fix things for them. You realized that was folly. You recognized that in order for things to improve for probably you and that other person, that it needed to shift, or that you needed to build your situation. So you go from the King of Wands to the Emperor, still very much so in that fire energy, but it is you pursuing that change that you know is necessary. I'm not sure what you're asking, James. Sorry. Hello, Cooper. How are you doing today? Ace of Songs, which is the Ace of Cups in the reverse, and Strength. Ace of Cups being in the reverse is that energy that you were dealing with. Individuals who don't invest in their own change or growth. You've overcome that. You're not interested in surrounding yourself with people who don't work on themselves, because then they end up expecting you to do things for them, or because then they feel comfortable not being respectful towards you. This is the Cook's Tarot. Page of Pentacles and the Lovers. There is a new soul connection coming in for you. And it is because you are willing to change your location or your approach. This is someone that sees you for who you truly are and wants to support that energy. Be cautious though, because there is someone here who's going to try to make you feel guilty about the choices that you're making. It could be an ex, it could be a family member, but this is someone who wants you to feel like the progress that you're making is painful for others. Like you need to sacrifice your own happiness in order for them to get what they want. Hello, Zyke. Hello, Steven. Zyke, if you want to put your request in a super chat, I can add you to the list. Otherwise, I would say this reading is kind of narrowing in on that. It's probably going to be a little bit too generalized, though, for a specific time frame. The Moon, the Knight of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. You've got someone who's trying to pull you back into this old chapter. Again, it could be an ex. The King and Queen of Swords would be exes as far as counterparts. And we did already have the Queen of Swords in reverse. But this is someone who sees you about to make a change or about to leap into that new chapter. And they don't like it because it means there's some unpredictable energy for them, or they have to take on more responsibility for their own happiness. And that makes them uncomfortable. So we have the World and the reverse, the Nine of Swords, Ace of Pentacles and the reverse. Their codependency on you enables... I don't know if I want to say it that way. Their codependency on you prevents them from seeing that you are entitled to choosing what works best for you, that you don't have to make your decisions constantly with what they need in mind. I don't feel like this is a child. You know, if there are different circumstances if you were dealing with a child, right? You have a responsibility to that. This is somebody who feels like you should be making their life easier and that should be the priority over what makes you happy or the right move for yourself. This is a taker. Somebody who thinks about what they need and tries to hide their real motivations. Doesn't have to be a woman, but they're coming through as the Queen of Wands in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse, because there is some uneasiness or even jealousy here that you're able to start a new beginning and you're not really falling into the trap of believing you have to do what they tell you. Hello, Gab. How are we doing today? T on L with me. Feeling energy. Thank you, Gab. I've added that for you. Thank you, Zyke. Let me add that for you. When and where will I meet my divine partner? Guidance on preparation. I've added that for you. Thank you, Zyke. Happy Sunday to you as well. What else do we have, please? Knight of Swords, the World in the reverse, and the Four of Pentacles. This seems to be a battle between you, what you know is right for you, and what somebody else wants to convince you is a priority. So your advice here is to stay focused on what you know you need to be pursuing, because this Queen of Swords from your past, they want to tell you basically that you can't make these changes or that you need to put their needs first. And I don't feel like that's fair to you. This is someone who isn't doing their own work and wants you to do it for them. Three of Cups in the reverse and the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. They're basically trying to block you from this new beginning, but this new beginning is how you meet someone that you are destined to be close to. So the choice is, are you going to let this person from your past influence you and block your intuition, or are you going to remain focused on that new beginning that you know you deserve and or want? Let's get a few from the Energy Oracle. What else do we have, please? Goddess of the Moon and Community. Your intuition is spot on. It's telling you that it's time to make a new friend, make a whole bunch of new friends, or let go of the old circle. So like I said, you might be moving, you might be starting a new job, you might be finding a new book club. Hello, Joaquin, how are you doing? Good luck with work today. Many of you are moving. If this reading is for you, there is some change of location that puts you where you need to be in order to meet a soulmate. Let's see. We'll go with the Tarot of Japanese Poetry. What else do we have? King of Spring, or the King of Cups in the reverse. Nine of Summer, or the Nine of Wands. So the advice here is to make sure that you are not sacrificing what you know is necessary for your growth and happiness in order to enable a friend or an ex, maybe even a family member, who doesn't have the strength or the courage to do their own healing. They want you to do things for them, but you deserve more of a partnership or to be around people who are invested in their own growth. Three of Spring, Three of Cups. You got new people coming into your life. And these are individuals who I feel are in a different location than where you are currently. And also individuals who are interested in working on themselves and understand where you're at in terms of your spiritual awakening or ego death. The person from your past, the Queen of Swords in the reverse, they don't have an interest in doing right by their own healing, and their intentions towards you seem to be more so about controlling you. Oh, that's so sweet. Hello, Joanne. How are we doing today? So we have the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune with the Three of Summer, or the Three of Wands in the reverse. There is change happening in your life. This other person is going to try to stop it, but I feel like you already know exactly what you need to do, and you're willing to make the changes necessary to make that a reality. For many of you, it is moving to a new place or starting a new job. Maybe this is like your work best friend who's pissed off because they felt like they were always going to be able to work side by side with you. Hello, spiritual healer. How are you doing? Queen of Autumn, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Death. And the Ace of Spring, or the Ace of Cups. So there's new friendship and new love that shows up after you walk away from somebody who's trying to control the outcome of your growth or control where you go with your career. Let them walk their own path. Don't let them dictate yours. All right, let's get a few from the Santa Muerte. What else do we have, please? What else? Nine of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Santa Muerte in the reverse. Santa Muerte would be death in the reverse, by the way. So there's someone else who speaks up and wants you to reconsider your decision. But when you actually communicate your goals or how much you've thought about this, they change their mind and support you. They realize that they need to set aside their own desires or needs and appreciate that this is your life to live. This is someone that you stay in contact with, or somebody that you end up maintaining that friendship with even after you walk away. But the person trying to control you, I feel like you realize that might be a connection that needs to be discarded or put on the back burner, because they're putting themselves before you when it comes to your own happiness. Your focus on what you need and unwillingness to sacrifice what you need for this person who doesn't do their own work. This is your ticket to this new life, this new chapter. This is the Romance Angel Oracle. What else do we have? This situation involves marriage. I think you're going to marry this new person. And then we have honeymoon. So don't let someone from your past who might be a little bit jealous block you from this happy connection with someone you're about to meet. This is your soulmate. Stay optimistic about your love life. Do not give up. I know it's been a little bit difficult. You may have even decided, I don't even know if I really want to look for anything anymore. But you're getting little signs to, like, tell you to keep the faith. Like, you're going to meet some people that are worthwhile or who understand. Anchor, stability, and the stars. Yeah, this was all meant to happen. You can feel intuitively that you are pulled to this new location or this new chapter. And it offers you a sense of balance or calm that you haven't had in a previous situation. And a lot of this is because you know better now what you want or what you need. You recognize the signs, you're not ignoring them. I'm not sure what that means, Vulcan. Maybe there's issues with the internet. But we have this choice that somebody is making, and that somebody is you. When you go towards the new energy, you meet somebody who you're going to spend your life with. Again, for some of you, this could be a very close friend, but I feel like for the majority of you, this is a romantic partner that you would not meet if you just stand still or stay where you have been. This is the Spanish Tarot. Vulcan, if you refresh the reading, does it still have the same issue for you? The World and the reverse. Some of you are wondering why you haven't met your person yet. It's because you're in the wrong zip code. You choose something different as far as where you are, and then all of a sudden you find that Queen of Cups energy or that loving energy. It's just not where you currently are. We have the Tower. This is when you make a change. The Two of Swords. And the King of Cups. That emotional maturity. This is your divine counterpart. Somebody who knows how to approach you and be respectful and loving, that gets you to believe that things could work out after dealing with people who don't really know how to do right by you. I hope it goes very well for you, synthesized souls. Hello, Yaba, what's up? So this change is coming towards you quickly, but it's important for you to not miss the boat. Don't miss your appointment. Someone's going to try to cast some sort of doubt on your plans and make it seem like you don't know how to make this change in your life work. Try to make you fearful of how things could actually go. Steel yourself against their fear. They live in fear, you live in love. That's why you're drawing love into your life. They still have a longer path to walk, which is why it seems so doubtful to them. But they don't know what's going on for you. They can't see that this other spot or this new place is where you would meet the love of your life. Hello, Vaccinator. Oh, yes, I did hear that. I hope you're enjoying your weekend regardless. Yeah, I think I might have to cut this one short. I'll do the personal questions here after this and then come back for a third reading. But thank you. Hello, Sean. How are you doing? We have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. And the Seven of Wands. Divine timing. Things are being made better for you, or they're upgraded because you've made the right choice. All right, we're going to dive into those personal questions a little bit early since it seems like the connection is a little bit questionable here. And then I will come back in a little bit for another live stream. So Gab, I hope you can still see this. What do we have for Gab with regards to the gossip on Al? How does Al feel about Gab today? Thank you, Cooper. Let me add that for you. Was the one mentioned in previous reading. The one who sent a picture. I've added that for you. Thank you, Cooper. So, Gab, we have the Emperor, the Two of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. Making plans, feeling like a chapter is closing. So does this mean that Al is planning to make some sort of effort towards Gab? Yes. With Strength in the reverse, there is a little bit of a lack of courage or a little bit of lack of confidence. Hello, Gerard. You can email me at wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. Hello, Captain Trevor. What's up? What else for Gab, please? So you're feeling this energy because there's a contemplation here that Al has regarding traveling towards you, or is this traveling together with Gab? Yeah. It's like, I want to see you and I want to go somewhere with you. something has changed in Al's life that it's like I can see more clearly now how to make things work. I feel like there's a change in perspective that has happened. We have the Three of Cups and the Tower. So Al has changed, like their perspective is different now. It's easier to make a decision. So there are plans being made. You're feeling Al's energy because there's a lot of contemplation and planning going on. Hello, Ernst, how are you doing? Let's see what we have for Zyke. This is the Egyptian Tarot. When and where will Zyke meet Zyke's divine partner? So the timing is either 10 months from now or October. Is it October? October. But meeting this divine partner is dependent upon your masculine energy. So remember, we all have feminine and masculine energy within us. So there's something here that you're doing to improve your situation that brings about change after a loss. What kind of loss? There's someone here who ends up being not loyal to you, probably a friend. And I mean, potentially it's a romantic partner, but there is this frustration over things not going the way that you wanted them to that helps you to see what you need to do differently. And because of this change, because of this opportunity that kind of slips through your fingers or this friendship that ends, you end up making a change that puts you in the right place at the right time to meet this divine partner. So be open-minded when something changes that you were hoping was going to go a particular way. And where? A public place, possibly even a workplace. Lots of fire energy here. So I do feel like there are a lot of people that are looking for physical intimacy around you when you meet this person, but this person is not going to be focused or fixated on emotional intimacy like everybody else. This is a King of Wands energy that has a lot that they work towards. So they are goal-oriented. And this is someone who is not as motivated by naked time. So it does feel to me like this would be a large social gathering or a workplace where there's a lot of people that are focused on the wrong thing. It could be a bar, for example, or a gym. I feel like it's more so a place that focuses on physical health, maybe even a hospital. But there is somebody here who stands out from the crowd. They have a different energy and they see you as standing out from the crowd as well. This is someone who surprises you with their intellectual conversation. But again, it's on the heels of you feeling like you lost something that should have been more. And what guidance on the preparation does Zyke need? Be okay with an alternate path. Be accepting if something changes that you were counting on. Stay focused on forgiveness and letting go of energy that may impact your ability to manifest. Because anything that you let go of like that it interrupts your ability to draw in that divine partner. Thank you, Gab. I appreciate that. Well, we are in Mercury retrograde. That could be part of it, Trevor. And hello, Ezio. How we doing? All right, let's see what we've got for Cooper. This is the Everyday Tarot. Oops, sorry. Was the one mentioned in the previous reading for Cooper the person who sent a picture to Cooper the other day? No. So is this person still at a distance from Cooper and about to reach out? Yes. There's someone who's gaining courage over a previous problem, but I don't feel like they've reached out to you yet. You're about to get this communication. The person who sent you a picture the other day, they're hiding a secret or they're not being honest with you about their motivations. They are working on themselves, but there's still something here that they're not willing to be fully honest with you about. I do feel like it's this person has connections they don't want you to know about or conversations they don't want you to know about. So even though it might feel like a good thing that this individual sent you a picture, I do feel like there is a lack of change or there could be an ending coming forward. But there's someone else here who's going to reach out to you. And what's that person's energy? 10 of Pentacles. This is someone who's thinking about the long term, so their intentions are more aligned with yours. Or this is someone who wants to do the right thing, right? It's not just, I'm going to be here for a little bit, can I get what I want kind of thing. You're welcome, Zyke. That's fair, Chris. You can choose that. Thank you, Vulcan. I think I'm going to cut it short now, and hopefully the camera is doing better next time. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribe.